The Zionists in Germany, who represented the Zionists from Eastern Europe, went to the British War Cabinet, and I'm going to be brief because it's a long story, but I have all the documents to prove any statement that I make if anyone here is curious or doesn't believe what I is possible. The Zionists in London went to the British War Cabinet and they said, look here, you can yet win this war. You don't have to give up. You don't have to accept the negotiated peace offered to you now by Germany. You can win this war if the United States will come in as your ally. The United States was not in the war at that time. We were fresh, we were young, we were rich, we were powerful. They told England, we will guarantee to bring the United States into the war as your ally, to fight with you on your side, if you will promise us Palestine after you win the war. In other words, they made this deal. We will get the United States into this war as your ally. The price you must pay us is Palestine after you have won the war and defeated Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Turkey.
But it wasn't just Swiss bankers who dealt with Hitler's right. While war raged, there were British and American bankers who continued to do business with the Nazis. The BIS channeled investments from the Allied powers into Germany for the expansion of her economy.
So, by 1816, some authors claim the Rothschilds had taken control over the Bank of England.
But a group of Zionists at the same time was quietly negotiating an agreement with the Nazis to allow the immigration of German Jews and the transfer of their assets to Palestine. That deal, reported in August 1933, was the transfer agreement. Palestine, sparsely settled by Jews at the time, was radically changed as a result.
Revealing secret negotiation between the Nazis and the Zionists in 1933, which allowed German Jews and their assets to go to Palestine.
With the rise of Adolf Hitler to power in the spring of 1933, the Jews of the world were faced with a dilemma. They could raise a cry of protest, a cry few would heed, or they could make a deal with Hitler, a deal that would bring a step closer their dream of an independent Jewish state.
And perhaps the fourth and most prevalent myth has been that of Zionism as the moral legatee of the victims of the Holocaust. And what is particularly savage in the irony that surrounds this claim is the fact that the Zionist movement and the Zionist leaders itself were the active collaborators with the perpetrators of the Holocaust. They participated in the suppression of Jewish resistance, and they organized a consistent opposition to any escape on the part of European Jewry.
À l'Assemblée générale des Nations unies, le délégué syrien.
Par les intrigues faites autour de lui et par les machinations qui sautent aux yeux et qui ont servi à le présenter à l'opinion publique comme un projet uniquement humanitaire, ce projet restera le plus grand scandale politique de tous les siècles.
Tour à tour, les autres délégués arabes montent à la tribune. La Charte des Nations Unies, disent-ils, ne permet pas de partager une terre contre la volonté de son peuple. La Palestine est arabe, elle doit le rester. Si les Européens veulent offrir un pays aux Juifs, s'ils se sentent coupables de les avoir persécutés, alors qu'ils leur donnent une terre en Europe. Tous, ils expriment leur déception et leur colère.
Ukraine, yes. South Africa, yes. Soviet Union, yes. United Kingdom, abstain. The United States, yes. Uruguay, yes. Venezuela, yes. Yemen, no. Yugoslavia, abstain.
The resolution of the DUC Committee for Palestine was adopted by 33 votes, 13 against, 10 abstentions.
Vote historique hier soir aux Nations Unies à New York. Les États-Unis ont réussi à faire annuler la résolution 3379 de l'ONU, résolution qui assimilait le sionisme à une forme de racisme. En 1976, souvenez-vous, M. Haïm Herzog, qui était ambassadeur israélien à l'ONU, avait déchiré à la tribune le texte de la résolution. Aujourd'hui président, il se réjouit évidemment de la tournure des événements.
De Mehacharim. Selon lui, l'État d'Israël est un blasphème. C'est écrit dans le Talmud, le livre sacré du judaïsme.
Je vais vous montrer ce que dit le Talmud. Dieu a fait promettre aux Juifs de ne pas créer un État en allant à l'encontre des autres nations. Sinon, ils deviendraient des animaux, la proie des chasseurs. Ce texte prouve qu'en ayant créé l'État d'Israël, le peuple juif se révolte contre Dieu. Dieu va donc détruire cet État. C'est ce que dit la prophétie, et nous pensons que ce sera très bientôt.
Can you tell us why you're here? With God's help, we've come from the religious Jewish community, the ones who are true to the Torah, to reveal to the world the truth that the state of Israel does not represent Judaism. It represents nationalism, a movement that was created by people who had the selfish ambitions, non-religious Jews, people who went against God, who are heretics, who rebelled against the Torah. As a Jewish people, we are to emulate God, to be compassionate. We are forbidden, according to the Jewish religion, to have our own sovereignty. We are forbidden to oppress a people. We are forbidden to in any manner have our own state and rebel against the nation, to in any way go up in mass to the land of Israel. Especially, it would be forbidden for us if the land would have been uninhabited. But they have compounded their terrible crime against God, being that they decided to create their nationalism, the state, the Zionist movement, the state of Israel, in a land that was occupied, a land that was inhabited by a people. What they're doing is pure nationalism. It has nothing to do with the religion, but they're using the religion. They've taken the identity, the Star of David. They've taken the name Israel simply to legitimize their crime, their terrible atrocity, their Nakba, what they're doing to the Palestinian people.
إخواني ماذا ننتظر؟ هل ننتظر الضمير العالمي؟ أين هو الضمير العالمي؟ إن القدس الشريف يناديكم ويستغيث بكم أيها الإخوة لتنقذوه من محنته ومما ابتلي به. فماذا يخيفنا؟ هل نخشى الموت؟ وهل هناك موتة أفضل وأكرم من أن يموت الإنسان مجاهدا في سبيل الله؟ أيها الإخوة المسلمون، نريدها قومة ونهضة إسلامية لا تدخلها قومية ولا عنصرية ولا حزبية، إنما دعوة إسلامية، دعوة إلى الجهاد في سبيل الله، في سبيل ديننا وعقيدتنا، دفاعا عن مقدساتنا وحرماتنا. وأرجو الله سبحانه وتعالى أنه إذا كتب لي الموت أن يكتب لي الموت شهيدا في سبيل الله. إخواني، أرجو أن تعذروني إذا ارتج علي، فإنني حينما أتذكر حرمنا الشريف ومقدساتنا تنتهك وتستباح وتمثل فيها المخادي والمعاصي والانحلال الخلقي، فإني أدعو الله مخلصا إذا لم يكتب لنا الجهاد وتسليط هذه المقدسات ألا يبقيني لحظة واحدة على الحياة. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه، فمنهم من قضى نحبه ومنهم من ينتظر وما بدلوا تبديلا.
رحمك الله يا فيصل رحمة الأبرار.